Good morning from day 4 for the Stomp camp at Hintertux, Austria.
Yeah, morning, I'm Ed.
Good morning.
Been in a couple of videos with the Jens before, but pretty stoked this year to be joining the coaching team. So you might see me around to be helping out with a few of the freestyle camps and also some of the technique camps. Yeah, so here in Hintertux, it's quite similar in a lot of the early season ski areas. We have to travel up to the glacier. So there's a little bit of logistics to get sorted in the morning. And then we got 2 gondolas up to this point. Here we can get booted up, last toilet stop, before we then take the final lift up to the top of the glacier. There we can sort of get into it, get warmed up, and we'll make our way over to the park or our plan for the morning.
They started at the very basics, with the very basics, because there was a wide range of abilities here at this camp, from beginner to intermediate, I would say, freestyle skiers. So starting with day 1, we were doing very basic things.
It was good to kind of do some on-piste skiing freestyle, because everyone thinks it's about jumps, but it's not. It's trying to look yourself, make it look a bit cooler on the piste, and more skiing backwards, being able to do little pops when you want to, and all of that was supported by both of the coaches. Getting used to the feeling of first time I've ever been on the rails. That was a new experience, but very well guided. Yeah. And as the week progressed, then we hit the jumps. We started getting a bit more air, learning to pop, feeling more comfortable in the air.
Things that I didn't think I needed to work on, I found out very quickly that I did actually need to work on them, and so I thought it was really helpful. Popping, really waiting until the end of the takeoff to jump. I was never taught that before. I just, and I've done camps in the past, but I was never taught you need to wait until the very end of the lip to pop. And doing that really made such a big difference on my stability in the air. Yes. And without a good pop, you can't have a good maneuver because you're off balance. So just working on that made my spins in the air so much easier. Yes! And so yeah, it just sort of progressed that way from day 1 to day 5, I thought, in a very logical and very, very smooth manner.
Alrighty, so it's day 4. I think we're all starting to feel a bit more sore. So take your time with everything. If there's any movement you feel like you need to repeat a few more times, go for it. Same as every day, we start at the top, start at the neck, work our way down. That wind is just lovely.
If we start jumping and looking up, then you're landing 1 foot first, off balance or leaning back, we're much more likely than to eat a little bit of snow.
Make sure the arms and the shoulders move as one. So we don't start swinging the arms around, because then at about 270, you run out and you have a massive amount of counter rotation, you stop. So if you swing the arms, you're never gonna make it past 270. Everything moves as one unit, shoulders, arms, bam.
Cool, it's just a little warm up, gets the blood moving in our legs a little bit. And yeah, something to think about as we move it into the park.
So we're gonna start on the small jump, do a bit of hiking there, not so long, just to kind of warm up. Woo. Lovely. I'm gonna start from that one. There's a possibility that I might go a little bit fast. If I do this one, start from that one. Yeah? Otherwise, this is fine. Kev, don't go starting 5 meters up and then skating in, please.
Yes, sir.
Yeah?
As you can see, we're working here, still working with the jump. Visibility is not ideal, it's not great. So the guys are doing really well, actually a lot of effort going in. But it's really good. We got figured out the speed, we got a good speed, and we're just concentrating on nice pop, so we're nice and stable, that we can then move on to start rotating We've got some guys doing some 180s, some 360s, and a few grabs in there as well. So still, despite the conditions, we're making the most of it. We're getting some good progress.
Nice. Way better.
Yeah, I felt better than the last one, so I'm happy.
Alright, keep those arms low. Yes! There you go, fixed.
I'll do 360s for 7 years now, but this is the first one with a little bit of control. At first we learned a good pop. That's very important, I guess. And then just popping off with both feet, taking some rotations and keeping the shoulder low.
It was good, the speed was good, need to still work on the popping, and it's a lot of fun. I love it.
Good day, beautiful day, happy to be here.
I never felt rushed throughout the week. Anytime I got ahead of myself a little bit, I think the coaches kind of locked into that where, maybe I was working on something that I felt was a little below my skill level, but they saw something, they could see, they could dissect my jump, very, very well and see that I needed to work on, a skill such as like just the pop or, the way my legs were positioned or the way my balance was. And, I'm thinking, I can do this. I can do a 180, I can do a 360. But they would notice that there was an element of it that was a little off. So we'd have to go back to the drawing board and kind of take a step back and sort of improve that more basic skill. But then later on, you see that that actually translates to better tricks.
Woo! See, that left foot lifts way earlier.
Yeah.
So make sure you keep it nice and even pop of both legs at the same time. It's a little bit tricky. Here you start to go a little bit back already with your shoulder. So when you set, you go a little bit like that. See if we can start the rotation maybe a little bit more forward. So you kind of bring that arm a little bit down because you tend to go quite often a bit to the back or like with the jump. So see if we can counteract the jump.
So we had two coaches, we had Ed and Vincent, both of them teaching me different things.
Top-notch instructors, I truly mean that. And, I've done other ski camps in the past that have had, pro skiers, Olympic gold medalists, but some of them weren't the best teachers. So there's a big difference between being good at something and being able to communicate it to others and to be able to critique is sometimes a completely different skill.
So when you were coming into the jump, I thought you were going for a straighter. you came in like this, and then I was like, yeah. So that's kind of what set you off balance. Really use that wide T set. Then go for it. You don't have to stand quite as wide.
Okay.
So on this one, you were really like coming in like this. You can stand a little bit closer, but you still want to have like nice shoulder width. But once we start going here, we also lose power, and it's gonna become really quite difficult to rotate as well. Okay. Still quite nice altogether, but just that we just want shoulder width. This kind of we want for everything, whether we're sliding tubes or we're doing spins on jumps, shoulder width. Okay. I think you were ever so slightly late on that one. Late with the set, yeah. So like you did have the pop, but I think the rotation came kind of late. Okay. So really incorporate the set in the pop. Okay. Yeah. But like you still came around fairly decent.
Ed, his patience is just incredible. He's so relaxed and patient and, happy to walk you through step by step.
Exactly, so the spin, we need the platform to pre-wind. When we're in the air, we've got nothing to push off. We can't set any rotation. There's nothing to push against. Yeah? So that's why we're setting the rotation before. But the pop, we need to get that through the feet, feel it through the feet, through the snow, that we're going up.
That's just a great feeling out there. Inspires a lot of confidence, I think, for the beginner skiers. And then Vincent was really, he's he's so good at just picking out exactly what was wrong. First look, you know, he'll know, he can pinpoint just by looking, and at full speed, he'll know exactly what you did wrong, and he'll just say it right off.
Yeah, exactly. So you went for the grab, got right there, but then you kind of already had to make adjustments. At the end of your extension from your pop, you want to be rotated with the shoulders. The skis go straight, your shoulders are rotated. Arms. Yeah. When you wind up, don't bring the eyes there. So no winding like this, but like this. The eyes stay forward.
My biggest concern would have been being 42, turning up to a course where I thought that most people were going to be like 25. And I was very pleasantly surprised that, you know, there was a mix of ages, mix of nationalities, mix of ages, and everyone had everything, you know, the common theme. Everyone was interested in skiing. You got along with everybody straight away.
This will make a man out of you, that's for sure.
The coolest part about these camps is the camaraderie and everyone pulling for each other. Sure, you want to come and like improve yourself, but watching others improve and watching their journey and their story is just as satisfying.
Good. Thank you so much for that.
Thanks.
I totally appreciate it.
Yeah,
Nice.
my pleasure. The good part is I didn't have to lie.
Yeah, I know.